Welcome, and hello. So, we've been talking about worrying about what other people think about us, so holding ourselves small just in case other people don't approve. But today I'm going to be talking about how we need to be worried about what we're thinking. You see, the power of our thoughts has absolute power over our whole lives. If that sounds a bit extreme, what we think about impacts our whole lives. So, what we think about brings us a feeling, our emotion, our energy level, if you like, which impacts the action, our behaviours, the action we take, and ultimately the results we get in our business, in our life. So if we want to change the results, it makes sense then we have to change the thoughts we think about. So the problem is all about the thoughts we allow into our head, because we have complete power over the thoughts we have in our head. You might think you don't, but we do. And in his book, Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl, this is what his book's all about, because he was in the German concentration camps and he realised and he discovered that the one place that the enemy could not interfere with was what goes on in your mind, because we have control over how we choose to think. Now, most of us just think unconsciously, so we just think the same thoughts over and over again habitually. But if we actually stop to think consciously about what we're thinking about, we can then choose to think the thoughts, to focus on the things we want that give us the emotion, the energy that we want, which will enable us to take the action to get the results we want. So we have complete power to think about the thoughts that are going to be useful for us. And it's interesting, I had, it rained. I'll tell you a little story. It rained hard all weekend, 2 days solid of rain. And because of all this rain, a leak that my husband thought he'd fixed in our house reappeared, and there was water all over the floor. The leak had reappeared. Now, he'd actually said, "I feel so depressed." So he decided that this was going to make him feel so depressed. He said he wasn't going to go out all day. It was pouring with rain. He was going to be depressed. And actually, he did. He was depressed all day. Now, I chose a different way of thinking. Now, the roof was very disappointing. It was still leaking. We're going to have to go to a roofer, but there was nothing we could do. So there's no point getting depressed about it. Just put a bucket underneath and call the roofer in the morning or once the rain stops and get it fixed. So I decided I was going to put on my raincoat and my Wellington boots and go out for a walk in the rain, because I needed to get out. It wasn't going to stop, so just get dressed appropriately and go out. And on my way home, I just jumped in every single puddle I came across like a child and had a lot of fun. So I turned the rain into fun. Now, there's no right or wrong in these two experiences. One of us chose to be depressed, one of us chose to go and have some fun. And you might start judging, well, the building's damaged, how can you go out and have some fun? Or you may think, well, how foolish of my husband to be thinking that way, there was nothing that could be done. But it's not our job to judge other people. Remember, if we worry about what other people think about us, then we need to be worried about what we're thinking about other people. Yes, so it's not about judging other people, ourselves either. We don't judge ourselves, we don't judge other people. We can just send them love. So this is the thing, and I'd love you to try this and see how you get on. Maybe you do it already. Take some conscious time to think the thoughts you're thinking. And if they're serving you well, that's great. If they're giving the results you want, they make you feel good, they make you feel energetic and take action you love to do and get you the results you want to have, that's just wonderful. Not many people are in that position. Most of us, as I said, just think unconscious thoughts all the time and just get the stuff that we don't want. It's because of the RAS, your reticular activating system that we've spoken about before. The reticular activating system is a part of your brain where your brain stem meets your spinal column. And its job, among other things, this is very simplistic, one of its jobs is to filter out the information that it doesn't think you want. Because if we were to receive all the information that we're bombarded with every day through all of our senses, from all the different media every day, we would probably just explode. So its job is to filter out all the information it doesn't think you're interested in. And it decides that based on what you are thinking about. So if you're focusing on something, it assumes that you want more of that, because otherwise, why would you focus on it? So whatever you focus on, your RAS goes out and gets you more information to back that up. So what most people do is focus on the things they don't want. We spend our time worrying about the future, about the past, rather than just being here in the present moment where there's nothing to worry about. So most people focus on what they don't want. What we need to do is focus on what we do want and allow our RAS to get us more of that information, more of those things to attract to us. So we need to focus on what we do want, think those thoughts that are going to attract that stuff to us, that gives us that energy, that emotion that's going to help us take that behaviour and give us the results we want. So here's your choice. We all have a choice. A choice is what we allow into our mind. So, any questions? Please let me know. If you've enjoyed this, let me know. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.